Good morning, everybody, and happy Saturday, October 28th, 2017, here on the ranch. And here comes the Pumpkin Queen herself, all decked out in orange. And good morning, Missy Jen, looking very fetching in your orange today. And while Missy Jen was attempting to sleep with me banging around the kitchen last night, we were able to produce, really make a very nice Halloween cake, a really full-size cake, not one of those wimpy, small, little tiny, low-flying ones. This is a great big, full-size cake here. And Missy Jen, it was a lot of fun to make last night, and it should be pretty good with devil's food. Yeah, with devil's food on the inside. Let me just adjust this so I can. Hi, Jackie. Good morning to you, sweetie.
Good morning, Jackie.
Jackie Macy in the side chat, our pal there. So it was a lot of fun to make last night. The hangout is up if you dare. And Missy Jen, you're happy because I didn't leave you a mess in here this morning. It's always a winning day for Jen. Let me go ahead and plug, give you a little bit of ambiance here. We're up late today. I couldn't believe I got up. We never usually sleep late on weekends. Only when I have a job to. Only when I have a job to do, like trimming trees. So I don't even know what I'll do. What I'll do today, but we are having our hangout tonight. It will be our costume hangout, and we will be broadcasting actually from the Shine Shack tonight. We'll be setting up base over there. Missy Jen and I will be side by side. Officer Sexy and probably the Space Gal tonight will be out there doing our thing. So we hope that you'll be on the hangout starting at 5 p.m. tonight. So good to see you, Lewis. Good morning to you. So we're going to go ahead, let a few more people come in. And you never really know when you're doing a hangout and you're doing a live bake event, Missy Jen. You really don't know how things will turn out in the end. And I've been really fortunate our last 3 weeks. We've produced the cherry pie, which was good. We've produced the Dutch apple pie, and now we've produced for Halloween our Halloween cake, our Halloween cakes. Hey, Timothy, nice to see you, and Timothy Martin in the house. So turned out good. The hacks would make sure you put an initial crumb coat on, so when you top coat it with the orange, you don't have a lot of the devil's food crumbs in the orange. That's a very important thing here. You're going to get some, but it's not going to look like a crazy speckled cake. So I was very careful about that and was able to knock that off in 3 hours from beginning to end, which is pretty good, from scratch baking with all the ingredients. And all we ever do here is scratch baking and stuff. So I'm going to grab my coffee. Good morning, Georgie. Make sure I trip over you today.
Jackie asked, what happened to your finger?
Oh, what happened to my finger? Just whacked it. Finger's okay. I just kind of whacked it. Slipped and kind of busted up the nail a little bit of bleeding. It's okay. And how was your morning? Over there. How's everybody over there? Be careful. Jen's going to pour me a cup here. All right, there we go, Timothy. So we're going to just wait for a few more people to call in, and then we're going to cut the cake. This will be our new format. If we do baking on a Saturday, to get up and enjoy the fruits of that, because you really can't see that. Hi, Raven. You really can't see it at nighttime, you know, because we have low light in here and mood enhancement when we're doing the baking and stuff. And then Sunday mornings we like to occasionally try the stuff from the dollar store to give that a test and see how the dollar store stuff is. Jen's throwing stuff at me here. That's always fun to test dollar store. Good morning, Josh. Good morning to you. Happy Saturday. So we're getting a late kind of go, so it's going to be less than 6 hours. Actually, 7 hours. Oh, it'll be 6 hours, 6.5 hours. We'll be on the air with this evening's thing. So I plan to do a lot of tree trimming today. I'll see what I can get done. Like I say, sleeping in for not till 9:30 is a real luxury for Missy Jen and I. All right. Missy Jen looked nice in her pumpkin. Hi, Tess. It's not as thank you. Tess cooks for you. How are you doing, sweetie? Not as nice as your turkey cooking that we enjoyed yesterday afternoon, watching you make the perfect turkey, but it's not quite the Tess way, but it's okay. It's good. It's good for us. We're going to go ahead and slice this up in a little bit. Missy Jen, I'm waiting for her to go to the refrigerator. There's little bits of orange frosting on every surface in the kitchen, on the cam, on everything. We have what kind of coffee we're using today? We're using Hills Brothers, which we kind of enjoy, which is a really old San Francisco, based 137 years. And sometimes we use Folgers, sometimes we use Hills. You know, a lot of people drink, we don't really enjoy Starbucks coffee too much. We'd rather have,
thank you, Josh.
yeah, what am I, chopped liver? Thanks, Josh. Just joking. She does look lovely today. In her pumpkin orange.
Yeah, I thought I matched the cake.
Yeah, you matched the cake today. So, you okay? Bring your arm back.
That's okay. I used to work for a wrecking crew.
Okay, Tess says I like the French still. Had a drinker's hand there. Woo. Missy Jen, like beautiful, all on my floor again.
All on my freshly loved Florida.
Hey UFO, nice to see you.
Hi,
We missed you last night. UFO, you better be on the hangout tonight.
Yeah, we got a good.
We got the Halloween hangout.
Halloween hangout.
8 p.m. till whenever on the East Coast.
I will be officer, and I will be arresting an alien.
Oh boy.
Alien Rosie.
Yeah, the Hills is pretty good. The Hills is pretty good coffee for us. So.
Love you, UFO.
Yeah, UFO is all right. So we're gonna give this a crack, but I don't know. Tess is the pro baker. Timothy said, "Can you do a little shake, rattle, and roll to wake me up?" I can suggest that you just go back and replay last night's hangout. That'll get that'll get the juices flowing on a Saturday morning for you. But I don't know. You know, 3 hours from beginning to end to do a cake is really pressing. Well, Tess, you can cook. I feel like I can bake. I'm not much of a cook, but I feel like cakes and pies and stuff like that's a bird of a different feather, and I've been doing that for years. I've been doing that for almost 5 years on YouTube, and making bread, French bread, and things like that, and doing all kinds of desserts. It's a lot of fun. So I think we'll go ahead now and we'll set the cake down. Get our big cutting knife here. Get a couple plates. Hi, Unencumbered. Nice to see you. Yeah, it turned out real nice last night.
You should actually take a picture before you come.
Yeah. I think I'll take a picture of you holding the cake, and then I'll use that as a photo. Be careful, though. It's a very heavy cake. We get a quick picture of Jen here with that cake. I forgot to charge my phone up last night.
How's everybody doing?
Is that okay?
Yeah.
It's a very heavy cake.
Former bodybuilder, 1984 championship.
Championship.
Second place.
All right, here we go. Okay. I think that'll be perfect right there. Let me plug the phone back in and I'll get that out of Missy Jen's hands.
And I can remember it said it's snowing a little in Chicago.
Yeah, I heard it's
She's
really
loving
cold
it.
there. That's what my friend Cupcake was saying, that it was cold as can be. But this is the time of year. You know, who knows what the winter holds. I'm being the naughty space girl again this year. And then on Halloween, when we have a short hangout, because Jen has another infusion in San Francisco, I will be a witch on Halloween.
Yeah, it's gonna be just 4 days, 3 days, 3.5 days
days
away.
28, 29, 30, 32 days Halloween. So.
Yeah.
Hi, and ex-ladies, man, say hi to Jen too this morning. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to cut our first piece, and this is a very tall cake. This is no wimpy cake here.
Well, I went to my closet and I thought, what to wear, what to wear, what to wear. And then I thought, well, I got this orange dress. I've not worn it on YouTube ever.
How does that look, guys?
And I thought this is the perfect opportunity for Halloween for this cake because it matches the cake. And it's also shape forming, so.
Give Missy Jen her piece here. Bobby's gonna, according to the trolls, Bobby's gonna pretend he's alive for Halloween. So that'll be Bob. So I'm gonna give this to Missy Jen. Okay, let her enjoy that. I'm gonna go ahead and cut myself a piece here. Now that devil's food should be very moist because this was a using cooking oil, which I think always makes the very moistest.
Beautiful. She made that last night.
Made that last night, babe.
On a hangout.
You missed the hangout last night.
You can go back on the
You can go watch it from
channel
scratch,
and you can watch it.
9 to midnight.
It was a naughty night baking.
No, it was a teeny weeny string bikini baking operation.
Teeny weeny string bikini baking.
I cut myself a piece here.
Halloween baking.
All right, there we go. Okay.
But really,
Yeah, I made the cake last night, UFO.
these little pumpkins here, they're really cute.
There is and it's a full-size cake. By that, yeah, Jackie was here. I enjoyed Jackie being along last night. By a full-size cake, I mean a cake that you take a standard recipe and you bump it up by 50% on there. That way you have a cake that's tall as opposed to the very flat cakes. You know, good size. That's the way. If you're gonna have a party or something like that, it's the difference between getting like 12 to 15 slices out of this that are still good size, as opposed to maybe 9 out of a regular size cake. I don't know if it would go good with beer, UFO.
Hot chocolate. Hot chocolate.
I think it's going good with a cup of coffee. That's for sure.
Or maybe, what's it with the drink for Christmas? That yellow stuff.
I don't know. The yellow stuff I drink for Christmas is beer. That's all the yellow stuff I drink for 4th of July is beer. The yellow stuff for my birthday. The yellow stuff when they put me in the ground, my funeral party afterward. They'll be serving the yellow stuff, I hope. Let me grab a fork here.
This would be really good with
How is that, Jen? It's delicious. Got that. See, I made that because Jen likes chocolate a lot. So let's go ahead and give it a go. We got the little pumpkins that we got from the dollar store too, just to kind of decorate that a little bit on the side.
very good.
It was pretty good. So I'm gonna pull up a seat and chat with you guys for a while. So how are you doing, UFO? We love you, Jackie. We like you being around. We hope you're around tonight for the hangout tonight. It's gonna be our adult. It's gonna be age restricted hangout tonight. So. Thank you. Unencumbered says, I love how down to earth you and Jen are. Hey, the Navy has arrived. Keith Gregory. Type of aboard. There's my friend.
Attention on deck.
Yep. Attention on deck. Attention on deck. Admiral Gregory aboard. Dun, dun, dun,
You
dun,
are
dun,
dismissed.
I love Keith. He's awesome. Attention on deck. Attention on deck. Hail the Admiral aboard.
Hallo Christian.
Hi, Christian.
Schöne liebe Grüße nach Österreich.
Tell Christian I don't speak German, but I love his comments and stuff. Thank you.
Spricht kein Deutsch, aber sie mag deine Kommentare sehr gerne. Sie hat gestern Abend diesen Kuchen gebacken. In einem Live-Hangout.
Yeah, thank you, Donka, Christian. UFO says, are you doing some drinking tonight? Not Rosie. Do I drink?
I might do the drinking for her tonight.
That's pretty righteous cake.
Yes, it is. Jackie said she'll be there. So tonight we will have a Halloween hangout where we'll be both in costume. I will be Police Sergeant Missy Jen.
Arrest me.
I will show my authority once again. Vielen Dank, Christian. Haben noch einen schönen Tag. Immer schön von dir zu hören.
That's great, Unencumbered. We're so happy to be here.
Always nice to see you.
You're a sweetheart. Yeah, Christian too. Tristan's on post strike.
It says, nice greetings from Linz in Austria, and
isn't that where the fancy chocolate is? Linz, Austrian chocolate. Linz?
No, Linz is the manufacturer.
Okay.
In Germany.
Say hello to Herr Mozart.
We got actually candy. We got a whole bunch of candy. I heard the rumors that our police department's been gathering, collecting children's costumes for people that lost their homes. So I'm anticipating a lot of children of people that lost their homes. So we went out 3 times and bought candy. So we have
what's the great candy debate? The problem here is a lot of these neighborhoods have been destroyed in Santa Rosa with the fire, so there's thousands of homes that were high density traditional trick-or-treat areas that have been destroyed. So a lot of people are still out of the area, living in different places. We got the apartment house across the street, and the Red Cross is making food deliveries over there every day to people that are living over there in the interim. So our neighborhood is packed to the gills right now with people. Yeah, crazy clowns. Thank you, Goku. Sebastien says, hello, I'm French. I love your vintage Marantz collection. Merci. Merci beaucoup. Monsieur Sebastien. Candy corn with peanut is the ticket. There you go. That's cool. Timothy says, I took 2 years of foods in junior high and learned to bake way back when I was young. Yeah, I just started to get involved probably, let's say, probably 12 years ago. I started getting involved in a really serious way. And I made a lot of mistakes and stuff. Yeah, the cake is great. The cake is great. You know, it's a nice, robust, full-size cake, not one of the small, wimpy little cakes. So, you know, Missy Jen can enjoy this all week. So, have that cake, and she likes chocolate flavor. Yeah, well, I don't know if it's a Halloween best funky, but it'll be. Jen will be hot looking in her police outfit. As you know, my outfit you can put in the palm of your hand and hold it in there. The sad thing for people here recovering from this fire, they've gone to put their FEMA claims in and apply for disaster assistance, and they're finding out that there's already been hundreds of claims fraudulently put in already using their Social Security numbers. These thieves and con artists, they don't miss a trick. They've been working a lot of scams in this area. Can you imagine that? It's bad enough you lose your house, and then they tell you when you go to apply that you're scamming. You know, somebody already applied.
Somebody already collected the check.
Where the hell is my coffee?
Hello, I'm John Smith. I'm here to collect my check. And then they're like, well,
it's already been done.
You were already here yesterday and picked up your check.
Yeah, we see you already cashed your check. Oh, man. Imagine that. So
it's absolutely ridiculous.
It'll be fun tonight. We'll have a very good time. As I say, Missy Jen and I are very fortunate that the rancho was spared in this fire.
So we'll have tonight basically what is today? It's gonna be the
Halloween pre-hangout.
It's a pre-hangout, so there'll be basically both of us in costume.
We'll be on the same cam tonight.
And we'll be on the same cam, and then on the 31st, I will probably be handing out some candy for a while, and I'm gonna be going to bed early because we have to get up really super early and go to the infusion. I have the infusion in the day.
Good morning, North. No problem at all.
You can always go back and watch hangout. It's on the channel.
Yeah, I'm happy to
And
report
enjoy
the
it.
cake is delicious. Enjoying that this morning. Love scratch baking. Then for upcoming things, the boss and Janet and I are going to go fishing. I think that's going to be Friday the 10th of November. That'll be a lot of fun. Hopefully we'll get a lot of crab and we'll get some fish. And then my daughter's actually doing Thanksgiving for the first time down in Los Angeles. So. All right.
And that's a really delicious cake. So well done, honey.
Thank you.
It's a very nice cake. If there's one thing, two things, three things, four things that Rosie girl can do is she can bake, she can cook. She says she is not that good at cooking, but she cooks really well. And she's really handy with swinging a hammer and building stuff. So I already got some plans for her when they come in with the rebuilding and the reconstructing of the. But I'm back here when they have the cleanup done, pulling up new houses and stuff. So we'll get to that in the morning switch down.
Jen's big plans for my retirement. Tess says, how many children do you have? I have 2 girls, a 24-year-old and a 22-year-old. I guess one will be 25 next month. So girls are all grown up. So it'll be a lot of fun. So meet up.
I need to take a break. I'm not used to eating right away.
Timothy says, someone's flying and throwing outside the window. I had to shut my blinds. I'm not dressed in my short shorts. There you go. Yeah, be a drone flight to remember over there. That's some funny shit.
You
Right
should
there.
take the short shorts off and then stick your bottom to the window.
Get out your Remington double barrel 12 gauge. take out the drone.
I haven't seen any of the clown things anymore.
Yeah,
I think there was just a phase last year.
like 2 years ago or something. All of a sudden, there were clown sightings everywhere. And
Yeah.
people were panicking in certain towns, banned clowns and stuff, ridiculous kind of stuff. Because kids were being scared on the way home from school or some such nonsense as that.
Oh, there was even in the middle of the night clowns in parks, sitting on a swing set and going after adults. I mean, it was really crazy.
Okay, I have to say, Tess, I'm really pleased. We took that dollar store vanilla icing and just kind of spiked it up with orange flavor here. So we kind of matched the color, and orange and chocolate go together very well, that combination. So the thing I like to do if I'm going to make a cake, I like to make a good size one. So I typically take a cake recipe and run it up 50%. Thank you, UFO. It tastes darn good too. Yep, cake. Nothing like cake in the morning. We often had that down south. We'd have cake or pie for breakfast. Somebody said that's very decadent last night. Decadent. Love that word. I don't know. Probably, Jen, it's been probably over almost a year since we broadcast from the Shine Shack.
Last Halloween.
Yeah, I think that was the last time.
It was the last time.
We rarely use the Shine Shack. I think the last time the Shine Shack was used was Tara was here in July. It was probably the last time.
Yeah.
Are your fires going down where you are? Yeah, I think they're like 95% contained UFO.
I think 2 of them
should have full containment by tomorrow. So that'll be tomorrow will be the 3-week point since the fires broke out at 9:40 p.m. on October 8th. It's been a long road.
Yeah, for some reason we only had one night where the marine layer came in. And usually we have a marine layer coming in every night.
It's been hot.
And instead of the marine layer coming in, it's actually dry and hot at night.
It has really been, it's really been warm here.
We got the window open all night, and we gotta like take off all of our clothes and sleep naked, and you know the good old stuff, you know.
That's funny. That's funny. Yeah, people, a lot of, it's a lot of big issues here, UFO, because when you look at a map, 120 square miles got obliterated, which is 2.5 times the size of Washington, D.C. A huge swath, and it didn't care whether it was the richest, the poorest, the mobile home parks, the ultra rich up on the hills, and the standard middle class over in Coffee Park. They all got wiped out. They all got destroyed. No, the foodie video will be up. Our 100th foodie, we're going to put that up in a little while. Last night we had number 100 of Friday night restaurant reviews.
So when you see, when the foodie video comes up, this place used to be always so packed that you had to sometimes wait literally outside to get a place to sit. And when we went in there yesterday, we had all the choices in the world. We could either take a table in the aisle or we could take a booth. And we sat in the booth and got really comfortable. We were actually happy to see that it started to fill up a little bit. But we could definitely see an impact on the business there in that location of influx of customers.
I think when your house is burned down and you're sifting through basically piles of ashes. Good morning, Flan.
Good morning, Flan.
I don't guess you mean me and my orange. But when you have a house that's burned down to the ashes, you really don't feel like going out to eat and stuff like that. So definitely going to be a very what would you say, a very downbeat sort of holiday season.
So Christian Hustlinger said, too bad he lives so far away, otherwise he would have rang the bell and asked, or he would have picked up a piece of the
There we
cake.
go. There you go. Sounds good, Chris.
Christian, falls du hier in der Nähe gewohnt hättest, hätten wir dich eingeladen für eine Tasse Kaffee und ein Stück Kuchen.
Is that eingeladen?
Eingeladen, yeah. We would have invited.
Eingeladen.
We would have invited him for a cup of coffee.
I can sing Wayne Newton. Dankeschön. Ooh, Dankeschön.
It would have been a pleasure and privilege to have you here, Christian.
And then for Las Vegas is going to be the December 14th, Thursday, and leaving on the 17th. So I'm not sure who's going to show up or be down there, but it'll be good times. Good times down there. Yeah, UFO said, I heard the winter might be bad this year, maybe worse than last year. I'm not sure with all those hillsides stripped of vegetation and stuff, the big fear is going to be, what's that?
It was Truth by Grace. Okay.
Yeah, Truth by Grace asked permission to use some of my videos, which I agreed to. Truth by Grace takes a different angle that, with some, government thing. And just, to me, it was a natural event, a natural catastrophe. So, but, I'm not to each your own. So that's it. At least she asked permission to use them, so that was a good thing. I imagine that the videos I take will eventually form an important archive, because I was one of the few people that was on besides the regular media, who only does a 2 or 3 minute report from the scene. The only person that got extensive ground coverage early on the day of the fire, and then the immediate days after, when you could still access these areas before the National Guard, before the police shut them down to everybody for access. So I consider myself real lucky that I chose to move very quickly and get out there and get what I could, because afterward it was impossible to get into those areas.
Right.
I mean, we were out there. We were out there. The smoke was still rising from the mobile home parks and up in Fountain Grove. The smoke was hotels, all that stuff.
Nobody's ever done a close-up of the round body. That's just aerial footage.
We went over and tried to recover some of that before it was scavenged and done away. Thank you, Fawn. That's very sweet of you.
Hello, Henry. Good morning to you.
Hi, Henry. Good morning.
Rosie's cake, Halloween cake.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw the final product, Henry. We've been enjoying that this morning. I guess that's the way it goes, where we've already eaten one of the eyes.
Yeah, it's now an Illuminati.
Yeah, it turned out great. It turned out beautifully. Yeah, so it turned out good. We're enjoying the fruits of that. Henry, are you going to come on your costume tonight, huh? We got the costume extravaganza tonight, our hangout. Missy, Jen, and I are going to be together
in the Shine Shack dress.
In the Shine Shack in our Halloween costumes, and having a fun hangout tonight. Yeah, way to keep. She always has to keep me in line. You know that. Well, I actually only stayed up till midnight, Henry. It turned out to be a 3-hour bake from 9 p.m. to midnight, which was good. I was surprised they was able to get that whole cake knocked out, frosted and everything in 3 hours. So. UFO says Illuminati confirmed. Yeah, everything's Illuminati, right?
Yeah, that pumpkin has only one eye, like.
Oh man.
Illuminati confirmed.
Missy Jen will be looking at coded meaning from the way the cake was
Oh,
cut.
and then orange is the 33 too. It's another code.
Oh
We know all the Illuminati codes.
man, you know.
Freemason codes.
Yeah, the all seeing eye of Horus and all that. No, I actually refrigerated it for about a half hour, Henry, and that brought the temperature down enough and cooled the cake at the frosting. I put a crumb coat on it, which is an initial, very light initial. It's like a primer coat on the cake. Then I put it into the refrigerator for 15 minutes for that crumb coat to set, and pulled it out and did the final frosting and decorating on that. For 3 hours wasn't bad. I mean, that was pretty darn good. So normally I would make a cake in the morning and then come back in late afternoon and frost it. So this worked out okay. Yeah, it tastes good too, Henry. It's got the orange flavor frosting on the devil's food. And it's got a little Dollar Tree pumpkins on top of it. So a piece of this gives you a good breakfast. Gives you good. Missy Jen likes chocolate, so. Yep, happy Halloween. Missy Jen is going to have to clean the kitchen. Actually, she gets up and she's mildly surprised that there's really not. I try not to.
There's not that much to do.
Yeah, because I don't want Jen to have to pay the price every time. I want her to come in on Saturday and enjoy the fruits of the baking and not have to clean up a big mess in here. So I make sure that everything's pretty washed up the night that I make it. So she works hard enough around here to keep the place nice. Because she'll be dressed as the cop tonight, so she'd haul me off if
I put the handcuffs on super tight for punishment.
Henry Hobson's like, so thoughtful. He's gonna say that. That's awesome, Rosie. You're usually a pig. I love to put words in Henry's mouth. I love Henry Hobson. He's awesome. He said we went right by his house in El Dorado Hills on the way up to Tahoe. We'll be passing that way again. If we get a clear weather break to head west, we will take Route 50 when it's head east. I mean, to take time to when we go to Kansas City and drive east, and eventually make our way to Florida. Yep, I always put words in your mouth, Henry. I just say the things that you're thinking in your mind. I'm like, what was that Mel Gibson movie where he could read the thoughts of women or something? It was a beautiful drive. It's a little alarming when you get up to the hills there. That was a little disconcerting. Some of those hairpin switchbacks and other stuff. I never thought a U.S. highway could be like that. Although I will say I'm probably the only person on YouTube that's ever been on both ends of US 50. And it's funny, when you get to Sacramento, there's a sign that says Ocean City, Maryland, 3,193 miles or whatever. And then you leave Ocean City, Maryland, over the bridge, over the bay, the inlet there, and there's a sign on the top of the bridge that says Sacramento, 3,193 miles. Yeah, Placerville is beautiful. Yep. Yeah. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful area. And Appletown or Appleville, whatever that is up there. Very nice.
Wasn't it like strawberries and the strawberries too?
Yeah. Oh, that sign's always getting stolen. Yeah, they were smart in Maryland. They put it way up high on the bridge where you drive under it, so you'd have to crawl up on the bridge and remove it. Then you get up there and you find out it uses fasteners that aren't easy to remove. Hey, hello, Andrew.
Hi,
Good morning
Andrew.
to you. Line screw one in the house there. Nice to see you. Top of the morning to you. So don't forget tonight we've got the costume hangout tonight.
That's right. Come and join us.
Missy Jen's going to be putting people in lockup with her officer sexy outfit. And we're gonna be side by side tonight. We don't often do that on that hangout, but we'll be sharing a cake tonight. We'll be set up in the Shine Shack for a lot of people to be the first time they've ever seen the still out there, our 25-gallon moonshine still and stuff. So it'll be a fun night. We're gonna go out there and do a little decorating. We're gonna go a little bit longer because in 6 hours, less than 6 hours, we're gonna be back on the air. Again, 5 p.m., 8 p.m. Eastern time. 8 p.m. Eastern time.
Woof, 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 you know it.
Woof, woof, woof. Yep, 5 p.m. That's right, Henry. I always start at 5 p.m. on, and I will run till probably 11 p.m. and then the after chart. What's your favorite game show? What was my? I used to enjoy Let's Make a Deal. I enjoyed that. What other game show? I like to watch the old What's My Line with John Daly and Dorothy Kilgarren and Steve Allen and some of those Arlene Francis, some of those really early. What was the other one? Groucho Marx, You Bet Your Life, and those kind of shows.
Andrew was dressing up as a Canadian Maria this year.
Yeah, well, like I say, you know, Andrew, my costume fits in the palm of my hand. That's it. So, yeah, the dating game I remember very well. Yep, that was Bob Eubanks. Yep, Charles Nelson Riley and Brett Summers. Yep. And the match game too. Who did the Bob Eubanks and then Gene Rayburn? Yeah, Truth or Consequences with Bob Barker. It's Truth or Consequences with your host, Bob Barker. I remember all those shows. Match game. Match game 3 and 4. Yep. See, Henry Hobson knows all that crap. Hollywood Squares with Paul Lynde in the center square. Yep. What's My Line was, I really enjoyed that. The original What's My Line with John Daly, Dorothy Kilgarren, Steve Allen, Arlene Francis. Okay, Henry says, I don't remember Truth or Consequences. Yeah, that was Bob Barker. They had like a little devil thing with a pitchfork or then an angel or something. Henry and I are older now. It's like bobbing away on the black and white. Oh, Josh just got done pumping iron. Ooh, there you go. Yeah, Hollywood Squares. With Phyllis Diller and Fang. All right, so you like that cake, Jen?
Love that cake.
So you got some nice chocolate cake to eat this week?
Got my belly full to the brim.
No, you're not hell older, Henry.
I gotta work that off.
You're just hella wiser.
Do a little bit of house
Henry's
cleaning.
like, shut up, Rosie.
I was pumping iron for you ladies. Well, thank you, Josh.
Can you imagine when we finally meet Henry Hobbs and then we go out to dinner or something, Henry's going to get home and he's going to say to himself, "Oy vey, I didn't think that night would ever end. Does that chick ever shut up?" Poor Missy Jones. She always says Rosie talks enough for both of us around here. Yeah, I love Phyllis Diller too. I remember when she started out, she was a nobody on as a guest on Groucho Marx's "Your Bet Your Life," a housewife from Indiana, Phyllis Diller. She was wild looking even then. Oy vey. Yeah, what white trash. Henry's like, never darken my door again here. Poor Henry's like, man, they let anybody into California now. There's Baltimore. Go back to Baltimore. That's funny. Well, I guess we'll go ahead and we'll probably get this shut down. Just our little morning shoots here. We were on about an hour or so. We wanted to just try the cake and say good morning to all of you. And we will see you at 5 p.m. today.
5 hours and 50 minutes. Yep. Tick tock, tick tock.
We got a lot of work to do between now and then. We've got to go ahead and get the, I guess our top priority will be to get the Shine Shack done. I haven't done anything in the Shine Shack in forever. We're hardwired. I got to make sure the internet connection is working out there, and then we get everything all set up. I want to put up a lot of lights and stuff and get ready because we'll be back in there again for the rest of our morning choo-choos and then for our short Halloween hangout. And then on the day after the 1st, of course, Jen has her second Ocrevus infusion on the 1st. So then we'll be set up back in the house again. So. Yep, Henry, I don't know. I don't think I've taken a nap since kindergarten. I don't know how to, but, you know, we're good to go. I got a real good sleep last night. Yep, it's party time tonight. So y'all have a wonderful rest of your day, and thanks for being with us on the morning hangout where we sampled our wonderful Halloween cake. Have a great day, everybody.
Mwah.